Welcome to the WNBA Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Tuesday, July 22nd. In WNBA, we have 5 games. This is the first day back from the All-Star break of the WNBA. So we're back with 5 games. These odds are courtesy of, as you can see on your front end, covers.com, line moves, totals, and the injury report. On the back end, it's oddslogic.com. It's more of an extensive look at line moves, totals, and the injury report, oddslogic.com. So the first game we're going to look at here is LA at Washington. This is game number 1. So this one's opened up here. Opening number was actually at 1.5. Washington. Open up at 167. So now it's gone from 1.5 to 3.5. And we see it's mainly right now 167s predominantly, but we are seeing some 168 starting to pop up, but mainly 167.5s. We are going to check the injury report for this game just to see what's happening between LA and Washington. So it looks like both teams are healthy, except, of course, the usual suspects. Cameron Brink's out indefinitely with a knee. That's it. Everybody else is healthy. So we're going to check where the sharps and public is for this game. This is LA at Washington. We're going to look at this now. So public Oliver LA. And they are on the over in this game. They like the over in LA. So look into this game further. We're going to check this out now. Let's look into this one. I believe they played once already. We're going to check this out. Yeah, they played once already, as you guys can see. They played July 15th, just a few days before the All-Star break. And I was in LA. LA won that one 99-80. LA was a 2-point favorite and went over the total, 165.5. So now this is the second meeting that they're playing in now. LA, of course, 4-1 to the LA's 4-1 to the over. Washington is let's see, they are 2-1 to the over under. They're split. 2 overs, 2 unders, and a push. So 2-1 right now. LA 3-2 their last 5. Washington 3-2 their last 5. LA in their last 5. They've won 2 straight games. They are 3-2 in their last 5 as well, but they won 2 straight games. That was at home though. They beat Indy twice on the road. Now they got to play Washington. They have beaten Washington already. They beat them 99-80. They have beaten them already. So Washington now a 3.5-point favorite. We're gonna look into this one. I have not made this a climb play as of yet. No climb play yet. I've not made this a climb play yet. I only have one climb play in the WNBA so far. I'm looking to add another one. Let's see. Hmm. Let's look at this one. So for me in this game, I'm going to take the LA Sparks. I'm going to say the LA Sparks +3. It's 3.5 in some books. Some books have +3. I'm going to take the LA Sparks in this match, but I like LA. I agree with the public. I think they can cover this. They can cover this spread. LA has they've won 2 straight games. They have won 2 in a row, and they're 4-1 their last 5 games. So I like LA in this spot. They've already beaten Washington at home 99-80 in the first meeting, and now Washington's favored 3.5. So I would take LA on the points plus the 3.5. I like the LA Sparks here to cover and stay within the number. So LA plus 3.5 for me. No play on the total. I'm just going to take LA and the points. That's my play in this game. I might make it a client play, but right now it's not. It's just a free play for you guys right now. LA plus 3.5. Second game we're going to look at here. Yeah, the second game I'm going to look at. We're going to look at Indiana and New York. That's game number 2. This one opened up Indiana and New York opened up -9.5 New York, total 165. Now it's come down to 163 right now. It's basically 163 across the board. It's dropped. And the line's gone up to 11. But now we're seeing some 10.5s come across the board right now. So we're going to look into this game further. We'll check the injury report. And we'll see what's happening in this game. Jacquel Jones is back. She's available to play Tuesday versus Indiana from a knee injury. She is back. However, Caitlin Clark is downgraded to out Tuesday with a groin injury. She still has that groin injury. So that's it for this game. Those are the only 2 major injuries. Or those are the only 2. One is upgraded to play, which is Jacquel Jones. The other person's out, Caitlin Clark with a groin. So those are the 2 significant moves. We are going to look at the where the public and sharps are for this game. Public all over New York. And they like the under in this game. They're on the under. Yeah, they're all over the under. Yeah, they're on the under in this one. So look into this game further. Now they've already played 3 times already. They have played 3 times in this series. So head-to-head, they played 3 times. The first game is May 24th in Indiana. Indiana covered the -4. New York won 90-88. Second meeting, June 14th, back in Indiana. Indiana 3.5 point dog. Indiana covered in 102-88. It went over 169.5. First meeting went over 174.5. Third meeting, July 16th in New York. 98-77 New York. It was -9 New York favored, over 163. This is the 4th meeting in New York. This is the 4th meeting that they're playing. For me, I don't have a play in this. I don't really have a play in this game. I would lean, because the thing is, they've gone over the total 3 times, head-to-head 3 times. In one of the games, Jacquel Jones played, and it was still went over the total. The other 2 games she did not play went over. She's back now. the public likes the under. Um, I don't have a client played for this game, but if I have to give you a play, I'll give you the. Let me take a look at this here. All of a sudden, we got the under. Hmm. Hmm. I would say look at the first half over 83 and a half. That's my advice to you. Take the over 83 and a half first half. I would say that. Last game in the last game it went over was 98-77 New York. They won, but the first half it was 56-35. 56-35. And this one was 91 points. Both teams combined for 91 points in the first half. That's New York, Indiana. So I would take another look at the first half over 83 and a half. I would take the over in the first half. That's the way I would look in this game. Take that. I think that could happen again. Instead of taking the full game, I would look at the first half over. The last time, remember, they scored 91 points combined, both these teams, to go over the first half. This is without Jackwell Jones, but like I said, even when she's in there, I still believe that you're going to get some scoring. So I still like the over first half because remember she was in there before early in the season and went over the total. The full game went over. So I don't see a difference here. The only thing is I just chop it in half and play over 83 and a half first half. That's the way I'm going to go out. That's the way I would tackle this game. Um, that's how I go about this game. Third game we're going to look at here. Chicago and Minnesota. A lot of question marks for this game. We'll get to the line history in this game here. This one here opened up minus 11, total 163 and a half. It's now gone all the way to minus 16. Actually, excuse me. It's minus 16 right now. Yep. It's minus 16 across the board. And we're looking at down to 159 and a half. So we are going to look at the injury report for this game to see what's going on. A lot of injuries in this one. Michalina Onyewere for Chicago is out with a knee injury. Angel Reese is going to be playing. She will play tonight. She had a leg issue or a leg injury, but she's upgraded to play. Angel Reese. Ariel Atkins is out. That's a big one with the leg injury. That's a big injury there. Because Carly Samuelson from Minnesota is out. Courtney Vandersloot is out for the season. So look at this game further. Let's get Chicago, Indiana. Chicago, Minnesota. We'll take a look at this one. So Minnesota is getting all the public money. Actually, it's kind of split. Minnesota, Chicago split in terms of the public and sharps. So it's dead even here. Bit of resistance on both sides. However, the total's the same. It's a bit of a split. The over-under is a split. So a bit of resistance on both sides. This one's a tough one. Let me take a look at this one. I have no client play for this game. Let's see what I can find for you guys. Yeah, let's see. It's 50 and a half. The only way for me to look at this game, I have to. I'm taking a look at Chicago. Chicago plus 16, because this is a look ahead spot for Minnesota. Minnesota has Las Vegas on Saturday. That's an ABC matchup, I believe. They have them this Saturday, so they got a prime time game against Minnesota Saturday. Let's see here. Actually, let me see. Hold on one moment. Actually, it's Friday. They play them this Friday. So this is a look ahead spot from. This is a look ahead spot here. Yeah, this is a look ahead spot. Let's see. Yeah, this is a look ahead spot for Minnesota. They have Vegas coming on Friday. So I like Las Vegas plus. I'm sorry, I like Chicago plus 16. I like him here. I might make this a climb play. I might make this one a climb play. Again, this is a look ahead spot for Minnesota. They do have, like I said, Las Vegas this Friday. So they're caught in a sandwich spot already. So again, I would definitely take a look at Chicago and the points plus the 16. That's a good way to look at it. I know Ariel Atkins is out, but still Chicago, they still have Rachel Banham. They still have some shooters out there. Cardoso's back in there. So and Chicago's a feisty dog. I know the last time they didn't cover Minnesota. Minnesota beat them and covered the 16 points. I mean, sorry, they covered when they were 11.5 point favorites. They did cover. So yeah, I do. I like and plus Chicago has covered in Minnesota already. They have covered in Minnesota. Yeah, they have covered in Minnesota this season. So yeah, I like Chicago in this spot plus the 16. I might make this a climb play. I'm probably gonna make this a climb play plus 16 Chicago. I probably make this a climb play because, like I said, this is a look ahead spot for Minnesota. They're in a sandwich spot. They got Vegas coming up next at home. They're going to be coming to town this Friday. So definitely like Chicago here in the points. And like I said, Chicago's been playing pretty well. They've been a feisty team. They've been playing pretty well. They have covered. Chicago has covered. They didn't cover their last two games. I know they had the last two games they didn't cover. Well, because keep in mind it was All-Star break. It was All-Star break, and Angel Reese didn't play in one of the games. She didn't play against Atlanta. So that's that one you can chalk that up. That doesn't really mean much because remember they didn't play. Angel Reese didn't play, and it was the last game before the All-Star break for Chicago. She is back in the lineup now. Before then, they had covered as a I think they had covered 5 or 6 straight as a underdog. As an underdog, they were covering. Just the last two games they didn't cover as a dog. Remember, one of the games, Angel Reese did not play. She is back in playing today. And now Minnesota, they covered before at home. Minnesota covered these guys before a few days before the All-Star break at 11.5. I know it's jumped to 16, but I still like Chicago here in the points, even though it's gone from 11.5 to 16, from where it was in the last meeting, which was July 14th to minus 16. I still take Chicago here. I like them here. I like him in the spot. I'm still going to take him. I still take the plus 16 Chicago to stay with to cover the points. I like him here. Even at 60, even if it goes to 16.5, I still take Chicago. I still like Chicago here in the points. So that's going to be my take on that. Because Minnesota, like I said, they're in a sandwich spot right now. So I definitely take a look at Chicago. That might be a climb play. I might throw that as a climb play. I've not decided yet. But you can take a look at that. The next game we're going to look at here is Atlanta and Las Vegas. So this one here opened up at -1.5. Las Vegas at home. Sorry, -2. Excuse me, -2. Las Vegas at home. Total 162. It's come all the way down to 161. We've seen it go as low as 160.5, but 161 right now. We'll check the injury report for this game. That's Atlanta at Las Vegas. So Jackie Young questionable to play versus Atlanta with a hip. That's a big one. Let's see. Ryan Howard out indefinitely, as we know. Cheyenne Parker out indefinitely. Ryan Howard with a knee injury. Cheyenne Parker for Las Vegas for personal reasons. She's been out for a long time. And that's it. I will look at where the public and sharps are for this game. Take a look at this real carefully. Atlanta, the money's coming in on Atlanta. Atlanta's getting all the money. And the under in this game. You like the under. So let's take a look at this one. Atlanta versus Vegas. Let's take a look at it. This is the first meeting of the season between these two teams. Last 5 meetings are 1-4 to the under. They've gone under in 3 straight meetings. Vegas beat Atlanta 2 out of the 3 times last season. Right now, Atlanta, last 5 games, Atlanta last 5. They're on a road trip, actually. Their road trip got interrupted during the All-Star break, but now they're back on it. They're on a long road trip, a 5-game road trip. So this is actually a 6-game road trip. This is the 4th game of the 6-game road trip. So far, they are 1-2 on the road trip. Atlanta. They did beat Chicago. They covered. They got Vegas now. They're trying to go 2-2 on the road trip. Trying to get even on the road trip. So far they are 2-3 last 5 games. Atlanta is 3-2 to the over last 5, but the last 2 games they have gone to the under in this game. They've gone under in the last 2 games on the road trip. So Las Vegas, they'll be heading on a 3-game road trip after the Atlanta game. So right now, Vegas has won 2 straight games. They are 3-2 last 5 games. Vegas is 2-1 to the 2-3 to the under, but they have gone over in 2 straight games. They've gone over in 2 straight games, Vegas. And Atlanta has gone under in 2 straight games. No client play for this game, but I'll give you a free play here. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this one. It's a tricky one. Let's take a look at this one. Let's take a look here. Oh. Trying to find a good player for you guys. Man. This is a tough one. What's a tough game, man? It's a tough one. Hmm. Man. Let's see something here. This is a tough one to pick. This is a tough game. Let's see what I can find. I'm still trying to find something for you guys. Still trying to find a pick here for you guys. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. God, it's such a tough one. Man. Hmm. Oh, it's a tough one, man. If I had to choose, boy, let me see. Huh. I would look. I would take a look at the under. Maybe take a look at the under 161. That way, I would lean that way. I would recommend. I would recommend and lean to the under. Remember, Atlanta's gone on under in 2 straight games. I know Vegas has gone to the over in the last two, but they are overall last 5, 2-3 to the under. They are 2-3 to the under. Atlanta 3-2 to the over. I still like the. I still feel, and that's another reason why I'm choosing the under. Vegas in the last two. I'm sorry, Atlanta on the road. The last 2 games, the offense has not looked too great, and I know they had a break in between the All Star break. They had a break in between, but to me, the break is not enough to really fix their offense at this point because they're on a road trip and the break's not enough to fix their offense. Because remember, it's All Star weekend. A lot of things going on in Indianapolis at that time, so not enough time to work together as a team. I know maybe they had a little bit of a practice maybe on the Sunday or the Monday, but not to me not enough time to fix the offensive issues that Atlanta has. And I think with Vegas at home, they are. Let's go back here. Vegas, they are 2-3 to the under. So it's telling me that Vegas is starting to play some. They're playing some defense. The last 2 games it went over. Valkyries and Dallas was gone over, but I believe in this game, with Vegas at home, especially with Vegas at home, I I can see them playing some defense in this game and giving Atlanta some problems. Because remember, Atlanta's having problems scoring on the road. They got problems scoring a little bit. I know they put up 86 against Chicago, but remember, Angel Reese wasn't in that game. So that to me that doesn't really say much, yeah, because she didn't play. But if you look at the New York and when they played New York on the road, they only scored 72 on New York. So New York played some good defense on these guys. Vegas, they've had their problems offensively a little bit. They had their problems offensively a little bit. Although the last 2 games, the offense has picked up 104 on 104 points on the Valkyries, 90 on Dallas. So it's picked up a little bit, but other than that, those last 2 games, Vegas to me, they hang their head on defense. And like I said, with Atlanta struggling offensively, I can see this game going to the under, more of an under type game for me, under the 161, which is why you see the line, you see the total dropping. It was at 162, so it's come down now to 161. And like I said, we're seeing some books take it to 160. So I can see some defense here in this game. I see some defense here. And I agree with the public. I like the under here. Remember, Atlanta struggled badly scoring. They've struggled. they really have struggled. So I do like the under here. Yeah, I do like I like the under in this game. I'll definitely take a look at the under here. 161 and the under. But it's not going to make it won't be a client play, but that's a free play that I will give you and a recommended play for you guys. The last game we're going to look at here, Dallas at Seattle. This one I have a client play for sure. Definitely have a client play for this one. And this one here opened up 8.5 Seattle, total 165. It's come down, the total hasn't moved that much. It's come down by half a point to 164.5. But the spread's gone all the way up to 9. And I think I saw a 9.5. Yeah, I saw a 9.5 at one book. But it's mainly 9s across the board. And we are going to look at the injury report for this game. So this one here, we have Maisha Hines-Allen, leg, questionable to play Tuesday at Seattle, 50-50. Dejanay Carrington, upgraded to play Tuesday at Seattle with ribs. She hasn't played she hasn't played forever, but she's back tonight. She is playing. Tierra McCown is out for personal reasons. She's out. She's out of the lineup. Maddie Segrist is out with a knee injury. Ty Harris out for the season. So look at the public and sharps for this game. I do have a client play for this game, like I said. We'll get into more of that later. The client plays. Seattle, the public's all over Seattle in this game. And the R on the under in this game as well. They're on the under. They're all over the under here. So we'll take a look at this one here. I believe they played already in this matchup. Yeah, they played twice already. First matchup, May 19th, beginning of the season in Dallas. Seattle won 79-71. Seattle covered as a 3.5-point favorite, under 167.5. Second meeting, June 3rd in Seattle. First game was in Dallas. Second game in Seattle. Seattle won 83-77, but they were at 10-point. They didn't cover the 10 points. Dallas covered, and it went under 166. So look into this game further. See what we can give you guys here. So Dallas, they're 1-4 their last 5 games. Dallas 1-4 their last 5 games, and they've lost 4 straight, and they are 3-1-1, 3 overs, 1 under, and 1 push. So 3-1-1 to the over for Dallas last 5. Seattle, they have flip-flop wins and losses. They're up and down, but they are 3-2 last 5 games. Let's see. I think this is Seattle's last home game before the road trip. Let me see. Yep, this is their last game before the road trip. They're on a 3-4 game road trip. So this is the last game of the road trip. The last game of the homestand. 2-1 on the homestand. 1-2 as a favorite on the homestand. They are 1-4 to the under. The last 5 games. So Seattle doing it on defense. So they're trying to win the last game on the homestand and cover it. But Dallas has been playing pretty well, even without those reserves. They've been playing hard. Been playing pretty hard. So Dallas on a mini 2-game road trip. 9-9. Let me see. Take a look at this one. Hmm. My recommendation for this game. Yeah, they get what I would recommend for this. Let me see here. Let's see. My recommended play. I look at a first half. Take a first half Seattle. Seattle first half 4.5. I would take a look at that. Seattle in the first half 4.5 is what I would take. Seattle 4.5 is the way I would go in this game. Yeah, I would take because Dallas they're playing hard, but I think Seattle's beaten them twice. They beat these guys the last 6 meetings dating back to last year. They beat these guys 6 straight times. Beat them in the last 6 meetings. They've covered these guys four of the last 6 meetings. They've covered these guys. 4 of the last 6 meetings they've covered. Yeah, I would look at Seattle in the first half. At least take them in the first half minus the 4.5. I take Seattle here. I think that's the way you got to go. 4.5 first half Seattle. That's what I would take. That's my recommendation for this game. For the total, I have nothing for that, but this is the side I recommend first half 4.5 Seattle. I take that. Again, the reason why I say that is because the last time they played they played Dallas at home before the All-Star break. They didn't come up and play them well. They were a 10-point favorite, and they didn't play them that well in the first half. So I would take a. So I believe this time Seattle comes out early and often, and they get off to a better start than they did in the last game when they played these guys last month. They get off to a better start this time. And another reason why too I like Seattle here to get off to a good start because remember they're on a 3-game road trip, so they want to get off to a good start early and get off to a good start early and often and put this game out of reach early because remember they have a long road trip and they want to finish off strong. So that's the angle. That's the reason why I like the first half angle. Again, those are my reasons why I take Seattle first half 4.5. So that's it. We've gone through all 5 games in the WNBA. A lot of games. We went through a lot here. So we covered all 5 games. Again, I do have a client play. I'm going to have 2 client plays for this game. One of them I've already put up already on the board. There'll be a second client play. By the time you see this video, I'm going to have a second client play for the WNBA. So again, if you want my client plays, go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. Go there. Right now, I'm number 1 the last 3 days in the WNBA. Last 7 days, 3-0. In the last 7 days in the WNBA as well. So I'm killing it in the WNBA right now. See if you want my client plays, go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. You'll see the client plays there. Type in, we have the promo save 27. You get 27% off our picks and plays package. Myself, other cappers, we do different sports. I myself overall, all sports overall, 8-4-1 last 7 days overall, all sports. Again, I'm gonna have 2 client plays in the WNBA, and again we have 2 MLB games, Major League Baseball games. So we have a 4-pack, 4 games today. So you want to take advantage of my plays. Again, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks. Go there. and you're going to type in, it's 30, 20, save 27. Type in save 27, you get a discount on my plays. You'll see that there in the description below. Save 27. So you can take advantage of my of the package plays that we have with myself and other cappers that are available to you to provide you these picks and plays. All right. So again, good luck to you guys. Whether you fade or follow the free picks that we're giving you. Again, good luck. Whatever you do, hope you cash some tickets, hit some winners, and let's have a big Tuesday. Tomorrow is only one game of the WNBA, so a little bit of a breather for one game tomorrow. Today's 5 games. Well, tomorrow only one game we're going to deal with tomorrow. So again, whether you fit or follow my picks, good luck. Let's cash the winners. Let's cash the winners. Let's have a big Tuesday, and make it a profitable Tuesday. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Good luck. Let's have a big day, a big evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace and out. Take care.